Hey everyone, Cam here from Part 2 Pro. Welcome into our Ultimate Bay, and today we've got a really exciting video for you guys. We are going to be doing a head-to-head comparison between the Quad Max from Foresight and the Flightscope Mevo Plus. So this is the new 2024 Mevo Plus against the industry-leading for accuracy, the Quad Max. So without further ado, let's get right into it. I've got an 8-iron to start, and I'm going to put both screens both images on camera right now, so you guys can see the head-to-head. I've got all the data that we are looking at in the bottom, and let's have a look. Using RCT balls here so that the Mevo Plus can track, and here we go. All right, let's have a look at that last shot there. So 165.7 carry out of the Mevo Plus, whereas Quad Max is 170 carry, ball speed 122 on the Mevo Plus, which is interesting. Higher ball speed, but less carry. And this one even spun a little bit higher as well. So a little bit of difference in the numbers there. Launch angle very similar, 17.1 to 17.4, and the angle of attack -9 from the Quad Max and a -7.8. And then club path -2, and club path on the Mevo Plus would be -1.7. So real similar in the numbers there. Let's hit another one here. Make sure we're in the right spot. There we go. Alrighty, shot number 2. Again, I've just put the data metrics that we feel kind of best show the performance of either launch monitor. So we're going to see the carry again. Quad Max is 175.5. Ball speed is 122.2. Club speed 94.01. If we go to Mevo Plus, now we got 171.7, 123.6 ball speed, 91.3 club speed. So Quad Max is just reading probably a little bit more, so it's just going a little bit further after those 2 shots there with Quad Max. Again, angle of attack -8.3 versus -7.8, club path 0.4 into out, and 1.0 into out. So the club stats, their angle of attack and club path are very similar. Not seeing a heck of a lot of difference there. It is set both on the same altitude, if anyone was curious about that. Let's have one more with an 8-iron here. All right, same kind of deal. A little bit of a pattern that we're seeing now. 169 carry I have on the, 167.3 carry that I'm getting from the Quad Max, 117.7 ball speed. I mean, overall spin numbers, 66.57 compared to 68.70 with Quad Max. I mean, you guys can see on screen, those numbers are pretty similar. So not too much difference, but a lot of difference in price there, obviously. So what we want to look at as well is this. So our club data. So let's go to our last shot here. I will pull this up. We do have the face impact on our Mevo Plus. Obviously, yeah, you can see that one was low out of the toe, and that is confirming on both the Quad Max and Mevo Plus here. So Obviously that face impact and pro package with the Mevo Plus is a little bit more. However, you can see that it's pretty reliable. It's given us very similar stats there. So let's go into our second shot here. Similar, I hit that one similar. Where are we going here? Analysis. Okay, so there we go. This is our second shot. Again, if you can see that on screen, pretty darn good there. It's very accurate as far as where it is tracking that on the face. You can see all of those good stats there. I'll scroll over. Dynamic loft, we haven't really talked too much about 24 on the Quad Max versus 27.1 with the Mevo Plus. But both the ball and club data are performing very similar here with an 8 iron. We're gonna move up now. Let's go to a 6 iron and see how those two compare. All right, guys, 6 iron now, and let's see how it performs. Again, normal little fade. So that is hit pretty well. Let's have a little comparison. So 200.6 out of the Quad Max, 200.2, so 0.4 yards in that one. That's very on par. 132.7 ball speed versus 134.8. We've got 96 club speed versus 94.9. Backspin 5,072 versus 4,885. And again, attack angle, very similar. Club path, very similar. If we go to that dynamic loft, 18.3 versus 17.7. Guys, I'm not seeing a heck of a lot of difference between these two launch monitors. Let's go into the face impact, and wouldn't you have it, I found the middle of the club face. Let's see here. The impact location, a little bit low, it's saying on the Quad Max. And vertical impact, it is saying minus 0.31 there as well. So as you can see, minus 3.9. So that's going to equate to the millimeters. So this one is in inches. So a little bit different there, just to keep that in mind. Attack angle, again, minus 7.1. I'm not seeing a heck of a lot of difference in these two guys. We're going to pull out driver next, and we'll see what kind of results we get. All right, now that I'm nice and warmed up from those 4 shots, let's get into a driver here, guys. Interested to see how this performs. All right, well, that was a rope hook to start us off, but let's see. Not all shots are going to be good, right? We want to see how it picks up missed shots as well. So if I had to guess, that was going to be in the toe. You can see that it curved pretty hard. A lot more curve actually on the Quad Max, as you can see there in the different trajectories. So that is interesting to note. Obviously, I think the Quad Max is going to pick up gear effect a little bit better than the Mevo Plus. But carry distances, you can see not the best there, but ball speeds are similar. Club speed 107 versus 106. Spin number going to be low. 1444 with the Quad Max, 1709, so 300 RPM in that. Angle of attack -1 versus 0.7. So you can see there's a little bit of a difference in club path there, though. Club path on the Quad Max was -5, whereas club path was -1.3 with Mevo Plus. So interesting stuff there. Let's head into the club. So there you go. Yeah, very high toe. Let's have a look at it here. Yeah, same thing. Both are going to be high toe, and obviously there you go, promotes that hook, right? So I think Quad Max was a little bit better there in how it picked up gear effect, which is going to be huge for people who are going to try to be improving their game and trying to get the most realistic feel of what it would do on the golf course as well. So let's hit another one, see if I can square one up. All right, so that was a bit of a low bullet. The low bullet runner. Let's see what we've got. So carry on Mevo Plus is saying 232.7 versus 247.5 from Quad Max. So there is about 15 yards in that. That's interesting. Ball speed 155.7 versus 158.1. Club speed 107.76 versus 105.2. So a couple more miles an hour in that. Backspin is very similar. Launch angle similar. Attack angle almost exact. Club path, still a little bit of difference. We're seeing -4 club path versus 0.1 with Mevo Plus. So again, really interesting there. We didn't see much of a difference in those with the iron, and we're seeing some difference now with the driver. So let's hit one more. All right, guys, so one more here. Let's see how we get on. All right, so I'm all over the face right now. So that one was in the heel. And as you can see, very interesting there. Very interesting in those ball flights. So Mevo Plus is saying 204.9 carry versus a 229.9 carry with Quad Max. That's 20 yards. Ball speed, very similar. Club speed, pretty similar, 106.3 versus 105. Backspin, gonna be very similar to launch angle. Angle of attack, 0.5 versus 1, yep. Club path, -1.6 to 1.5. A little bit closer in the club path that time, but as you can see, a couple, obviously not my best swings, absolutely not, but it's gonna show that some different mishits, how it's gonna perform. You're not gonna hit every shot good, so learning from your mishits is important. And I'm seeing a lot of difference there in the carry number and the trajectory for that fact on this last driver shot. You can see that on the Mevo Plus how it's turning to the right versus on the Quad Max. That one is because I hit it out of the heel, so I think that kept it a little more straight versus Mevo Plus isn't taking into account that gear effect. So you're not getting that same data point there. So you can see low and under the heel, and let's pull it up on this end here. Again, there you go, low and out of the heel. So these impact locations are lining up. However, the spin axis, as you can see, is quite different due to the Mevo Plus not being able to pick up that gear effect. Another reason as well is that the Mevo Plus does use radar to track, and with the limited indoor flight that we do have, it seems to be having a difficult time picking up those faster ball speeds. So there you go, guys. There's a quick head-to-head comparison. As you can see, with both irons, I seem to be non-negligible in terms of difference in data. However, getting to the driver, we started to see a bit more of a disparity in numbers. So again, very interesting. Both awesome units. Hopefully you guys can take something from that. If you have any questions about either product, please visit our website at www.par2pro.com. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel. Drop a thumbs up. We would really appreciate it. Thanks for watching.